Good morning. Myself, Sambasam, assistant professor. Now we are going to discuss about the topic mobile cell layout and the process flowchart. So in the previous two slides, we have discussed about the cell layouts of two different types. And the first one is continuous transfer. Second one is an work center layout. Now we are going to discuss about the mobile layout. What is the difference between those three? The one is the robot has been placed in the center of the conveyor where the parts has been moved according to the single robots where the starting to end process has been carried out. In the second process, the mobile center is the multiple robots do multiple functions which results the end products from raw material to an end material. So in this mobile cell layout, it is slightly differ from these two. How it has been differs, that is the important key factor where you say that the transporting mechanism is nothing but it is floor mounted or overhead rail system as shown in the figure where the rail has been guided. The robot has moved from one place to another place, especially in the machining cell centers where the service for more than one station has been done by achieved by using the robot rail system. So to the main important problem in this mobile cell layout working out is to finding the optimum number of stations to service. There is a multiple stations where the robot has to perform a task based upon how they are working. So one such reason could be due to the stations of the geographical is separated by the distance greater than one robot's reach. The type of this layouts for time sharing tasks that will be lower the robot idle time. One of the problems in designing the work cell is to find the optimum number of stations for the robots to work under or work to service to perform a certain task. So this kind of mobile robots is especially in the overhead rail system. The example shown in the picture is shows the output conveyor and input conveyor, and the two machining center has been placed where the input conveyor gets the raw material from the machining 1 and machine 2, where the robot has to move to that machining center. It may be a multiple task machining, right? So there is a lot of machining centers where the robot has to perform the task. So if the machining center 1 is as a drilling, machining center 2 as an welding, so the process has to be carried out from one point to another point from the sequence of orders. So it has moved from it's like a guiding a vehicle from one part to another part where the motion has been taken. So the special problem is that if there is a distance between the two machining cell, what will happen is the robot cannot guide them to do a certain task in a specific period. So it will take an enlargement of time. So the time taken process will be more. So the error rate will be higher. This is this future of work cell is normally used in small scale industries with minimum number of expenditure, but in a not a long scale. So if they are used in a high quality industries, what will happen is sometimes there will be error, and also sometimes it will be cost. It will be takes a more cost than compared to the other mobile virtual users. So the time will be reduction. This based upon the number of terms they have to be worked upon. So and the next topic is process flowchart. Normally the process flowchart is an graphical and symbolic representation of processing activities performed on the OS. So when it is when to use it. It is used when observing a physical process to record actions as they happen, just they get an accurate description of the process. So and also analyze the steps in the process to identify and eliminate waste. It is also used when the process is mostly sequential and contain few decisions. The example of the process flow chart or the symbols can be explained in the upcoming slides. Like the first one is the oval shape structure. It is used to start the operation or not, whether it represents the start of the operation and close of the operations. And the second one is inspection, whether it is like an rectangle, whether the function has to be done or not. That has been the obtain the quality check or quantity check, what it is exact or right. Once it has been carried out, the next step can be represented by using the arrow mark, which is nothing but a transport. The movement of workers or materials or equipment from one place to another place is depends upon the symbol. And the storage. What do you mean by storage? Storage is a material received or issued from a particular order to receive or an item to retain for a future purposes. and final one delay or temporary storage. So it is the one of the important factor that has to be mentioned in this is delay or temporary storage. In case there is a process delay, or sometimes there is a temporary storage where the material has been stored here. Once the process has been cleared, the material has been also cleared from that particle. So the temporary storage has been kept in the process of process flow chart. This is how the symbols are used in process flow chart, where it has to travel several motions. So these are the reference I have referred for the PPT, and the sources which are used for these kind of things. And once again, I thank you for watching the video, and let's meet in another video. Up to that, bye bye.